Hello guys, it's Greg from Central New York Backpacker, and I've been thinking lately, want to do some winter camping, and I gave it some thought, and it'd be nice or essential to bring some extra gear. So I decided to build a Pulk, and this is what I came up with.
Here's a view of the parts that I used to build the Pulk. Starting at the top, got some backing plates and some caster wheels there. And then going down, I've got some caps for the poles, some eye bolts, and then next to them is some wire pins, the little wire lock pins. Going down, there's some D-rings, and then in the far left there's all the hardware, the washers, and the nylon nuts. Below that is the two Schedule 40 PVC pipes, 5-foot long sections. And the sled is just the Chappelle Jet Sled Junior. It's 21 inches wide, 43 inches long, and 8 inches deep. It weighs 6 pounds. Now the tricky part is trying to figure out how you're going to attach your poles to the sled. And this is what I came up with.
Okay guys, when you get your caster wheel, this is a rigid caster wheel from Harbor Freight. It's like $2. I just put this in a vise, and then you can just sawzall right through it. Handsaw would work just fine. And then you got your bracket for your Pulk. And this is how I attached it to the bottom here. Let's see if I can get this on there. I just added this nice little backing plate to try to distribute the stress and the strain you're going to get from your poles being attached. Okay, so that's on there like so. So now I'll show you how I did this. So you want to start from the bottom so that you make sure that you're going to line up, because you know it's not shaped exactly square in this channel, and if you don't start from the bottom, you're liable to not line up on top, and then you're going to wind up having to drill another hole. So it's kind of like so. I'm going to eye it up with this one on the other side here, and we'll see here. That looks about right. And then I clamp her down just a little bit so I can hold it in there. Basically, I got it as far forward as it will go. Okay, that's how I'm going to measure it. Now, take my drill and just kind of drill straight down through there. Like so. Now with the caster wheels, you can go with a bunch of different options, but you know, on this sled, and this is, again, it's the smallest jet sled they have, there isn't a lot of meat on here to be attaching something much bigger than this. And this is like a 2-inch caster wheel, they called it. So then you kind of got this on here like so. Where's my bolts? Kind of work that through a little bit. See how that's going to go. That goes on there. And then get my backing plate here. Okay. Kind of just temporarily, don't cinch it down all the way. That way you got some movement on the other side here. And so then you got this sort of thing going on. Now what we're going to do is drill a hole down through here. I'm going to do a little bit of a pilot hole so it isn't too much to get through. Okay, so got that there. Little washer and then a lock washer, and I'm using these nylon coated stop nuts. Get that off of there. That looks good. Now we're just going to drill a hole through this last one so we can add some more stability back there and hopefully try to distribute the stress on here, which I think that's going to be plenty for the amount of weight we're going to carry. Okay. That's what we're rolling with. Okay. Then pull like so. Come up here, get my pin. I got these two rubber grommets that I had laying around, and just kind of put on through here like so. And that attaches like that. And the rubber grommets just kind of take up a little bit of the slack and the play in the system, and I still think they provide enough room for plenty of movement, and we'll quiet it down too. Still have a little bit of this, but not too much. We'll see how that works. Now we're going to put some D-ring hardware around the outside. Strap our gear down. And I got these D-ring anchors, they're like $2 Harbor Freight. And I'm just going to use these self-tapping, these hex washer. Put them on there with these. And I'm going to go 12 inches from the back and 12 inches from the front. Like so. Let's see how this goes here. Alright, so 1 down and 5 more to go. Got one more for the back here. Let's see here.
I just slapped a few bungees on here just to see how they would work. But, there's like 1,000,001 different options with the way the D-rings are spread out. And I think that this will work just fine.
The poles are just a Schedule 40 PVC, 1/2 inch. You can get 10-foot length and they'll cut it there for you, or you just bring it home. I had them cut it because it's kind of hard to get that in your vehicle. And then you get 2 5-foot poles basically. And they sell the caps there right alongside that. Okay, so now we gotta drill a hole through our end cap. Okay, so we got our end cap drilled out. Take your eye bolt, put a plain nut on there, washer, and then just kind of work your cap on. Flat washer, black nut, and then you put your stop nut on there. Cinch that all down. So it'll be on here like this. And then you're going to get yourself, well, you can get this little handy pack, comes with the primer and the cement. Just put the primer on, then you just put the cement on, obviously. So then you just take your Schedule 40 and prime it, cement it, and then just kind of wiggle this on. It's kind of a snug fit. Just hold it so make sure you get a good seal. And you get something that looks like this. So, and you can move this a little bit, but it's pretty tight, so that way everything lines up the way you need it. Just remember to, put the nylon threaded stop nut inside here so obviously it doesn't come off on you. Otherwise you're going to be cutting this off and getting a new cap. Probably a whole new pole, but anyways, that's how I went with that. Okay guys, this is the belt that I chose to go with. It's the Seal Tech. Picked it up at the Army Navy surplus store. It's got the molly on the outside, and it's got plenty of padding, $15, and you're down the road. It's got this nice super beefy buckle, and you can get in and out of that with your gloves on, which is nice. So it fits snug, and I attach the poles to this. Now this is how I attach my poles to the molly. I found this chain link around my house. It's a little beefy, but you know, latch it down nice so that with the pole there's very little movement, because you don't want play in the system. You know, this little bit of play that you got going on here is plenty. Alright guys, this is the end product with my Pulk. Feels pretty good. I might need to do some adjustments. I figure if I'm going to do some winter camping, I need a Pulk. Carry all the extra gear, you know, the comforts. So, pretty happy with it. Well, I gotta load it up with some gear here and see how she does. Alright guys, I'm back. Got some stuff from the garage. Loaded up the Pulk. And we'll see how she does. It's kind of warm today, so snow is wet and heavy. But it feels pretty good. I mean, for the backyard, just get it out on the trail here. That'll be the true test. Yeah, I like it. I think this is going to work just fine. I like it. You can back up a little bit with it. In case you got to maneuver around stuff. And I'm gonna try to make it work with what I'm gonna bring. You know, I'm thinking I'll bring extra sleep pads, extra sleeping bag, tent, you know, extra clothing, souped up kitchen, you know what I mean? So it's nice because I don't have to be so weight conscious now, and this will be a completely different form of camping than what I've done in the summer. So yeah, it's nice, and there's a lot of websites out there with a lot of information. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there. Marty up north, thanks Marty. I got most of the ideas from him, and another guy, Mark Hosbach. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, I'm sorry. Those guys, I'll leave links to their video. Well, thank you for watching, guys. Appreciate it, and hope to see you next time. Bye. Definitely going to be a workout, but that's good.